Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Cruise News. I feel like every Sunday that I'm in the office doing this, it's super gloomy out here in New Jersey. Super gloomy again today. So good morning, everyone. Hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's get into it. Joe, good morning. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Stephanie Peck, good morning. Welcome. Baseball-y. Hope you're having a great Sunday morning. Hi, Felicia. Happy Sunday morning to you as well. Rick K, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well out there. Mr. Tony Diaz, hope you're doing well. Keeping an eye on Mets trades, Tony. Nothing big going on yet. Keeping an eye on the baseball trade deadline, just 4 days away. Baseball, he said, a friend of mine is cruising from Baltimore today, leaving at 12:30. It's an hour-and-a-half drive, very risky. That is a very risky. Is he leaving his house at 12:30 and trying to get to the cruise ship? You hit any traffic, you're not making it. That's really, really, really crazy. John B., good morning from Boston. Hope you are doing well today. Steven said, good morning from NTX. Good morning, Steven. Hope you're having a great day. Black Broadway lady said, good morning. Still on our 9-day Carnival Venezia cruise. I'm glad you were having a good time. How's the food and everything? Let us know. Tony C said, good morning, John, everyone. Good morning to you, Tony, as well. Yes, he's leaving his house at 12:30. That is crazy. I wouldn't even leave my house at 10 in the morning. I would leave my house before that because you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. Donna, good morning. Hi, go Phils. Go Phils indeed. Phillies 2 big wins against the Yankees back to back. That is great. Quick Peanut update. I'll give everybody a quick Peanut update. I'll show Peanut on the screen. There's a little Peanut. So Peanut is 8 weeks out now from her Achilles tear, and she's doing pretty well. I'm doing a little bit of traveling this weekend, just a few days. Quick little trip, and it's going to be the first time Peanut is going to go to boarding. Obviously, she can't go to daycare or anything, but she's going to be doing a little boarding. So hopefully all of that goes well, and we'll see how that bodes for me to be able to go on cruises again. It's only a quick weekend trip, but we shall see. So yeah, Peanut's doing well. She's walking without her brace, just trying to keep her calm so that she just has a really high prey drive. So she chases everything, which is a nightmare when you're trying to get your dog to not run and jump and stuff. So, yeah, other than that, she is doing pretty well. Donna said, oh, no. Yeah. Hey, Don, I was right after I talked to you, Don. It was like 3 or 4 days after I talked to you guys, Peanut tore her Achilles. She tore her Achilles on May 31st. So it's 8 weeks. It's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare. So hopefully we're going to get through the back end of this. Let's hope. Baseball, I said, told them at 9:30 to leave, and they told me they would be okay. I said, you miss, and it's on you. I agree. 12:30 is insane. That is insane. Tony said, the one time I need help from this bank, he's glad I root for the other New York team. Yeah, right? Yeah, the Yankees have let you down. I mean, it's nice that Judge didn't play. Obviously, I hope everything's all right with him, but it was nice that he didn't play yesterday. We need it. We need some wins. You guys are up one. Joe said, I've got a terrier, a Parson Russell. Yeah, so you know the struggle. They're just trying to kill things at all times. That's what Peanut does. She's trying to murder things. He will not sit still ever. Yep, I know. I hear you. Peanut's actually very calm. She's a very, very, very calm dog. Unless she sees a squirrel, a groundhog, a bird, a fly, a bee, a wasp, and then she just wants to murder it. But we're getting through it little by little here. We're getting through it. All right, let's get into some cruise news today. First bit of cruise news is Antigua is getting a world-class cruise terminal. So this is part of their first phase of their upland development project. It is set to be finished by November of 2025. They're doing a lot of cruising. They have a lot of people stopping there, and they would like Antigua to be a bigger home port. So they are trying to get some other companies to come in and leave from Antigua, which would be really nice. Be really nice Barbados does a little bit of home porting, and it's really nice to be able to fly somewhere and maybe do a day or two pre or post cruise in the Caribbean, which I think is really nice. So this is trying to showcase the culture of Antigua and Barbuda as cruise destinations. It's really nice that they are really building out their ports. I think a lot of Caribbean destinations are trying to take advantage of this, as a lot of the U.S. and Alaskan, obviously Alaska is U.S. too, but like the kind of those ports are really trying to limit the amount of tourism, and Europe as well. The Caribbean wants more, which is really nice. Baseball, he said, I got a German Shepherd who was running all over the house last night, barely slept. I feel your pain. Brett said, as a Boston fan who lives with 2 Toronto fans, we appreciate the Phillies win. There you go. Very nice. Yeah, we don't have anything to worry about, Boston. It's the other side of the aisle, so it's all good. Charlie, good morning. Sitting on the balcony of Freedom of the Seas in Nassau. That is awesome, Charlie. I hope you're having a wonderful time. What's the weather like in Nassau? More importantly, Charlie, how's Royal Beach Club looking? If you're sitting on the balcony, are you on the side where you could see the Royal Beach Club? What's it looking like over there? We got 5 months left. Tony said, I would love to check out more of Antigua before a cruise. I agree. Antigua's really nice. They do like a food festival there every week. I like everything that I've seen in that port. Obviously, when you dock there, it's just like the little, like every other Caribbean cruise port, Diamonds International, Cariloa, all your Del Sol, all the things that you don't care about. But I agree. I'd like to see a little more of that island. It looks beautiful. Somebody I know used to live there too, which is really interesting. Stephen said, quick FYI, I asked last time if everyone in the cabin had to buy the Princess upgrade. Based on Princess website yesterday, guests 3 and 4 do not have to buy the upgrade. I know most people roll as 2 adults. Yeah. So for most of the like more at sea on Norwegian, the celebrity all included, those generally apply to the first 2 guests, not to guests 3 and 4. So if you do one of the Princess upgrades or like more at sea, hopefully they have more at sea plus or anything like that, it is the first 2 guests. You are correct, Stephen. Very good distinction there. Yeah, the 3rd guest does not have to buy. Charlie said, I'm looking directly at it. Still needs a lot of work. Shocked if it opens on schedule. So at this point, I would be shocked if it doesn't, since there is a distinct date and Royal generally doesn't miss dates. So the fact that they said it's opening December 27th, I think they're going to hit that. I don't think because Royal does not like to move things back. If anything, Royal moves things forward. So I wouldn't be surprised if it opens a little early. I know last time I was there, I was like, oh, this is not looking good. But you never know. Baseball, he said, I saw it from Merivilia in June. No shot it opens December. I know. Somebody else told me they were just there last week and they were like, doesn't look like it's going to open. I'm like, Royal's got a lot of money invested in it. They're selling that bad boy like crazy. So let's set some odds. We'll set some odds that thing opens on time. Fred and Lisa, good morning. No problem. You're never late. It's fine. Welcome. Didn't miss much. All right, next bit of cruise news. Mardi Gras is the first Excel ship to dock at Celebration Key. As you may or may not know, Carnival opened their new private island last week, Celebration Key. Excel is the first giant ship to dock there. A couple weird things about Celebration Key. One, your drink package doesn't work on the island. That sucks. And 2, if you get off the ship and you're like, man, this is going to be great. We get to go eat lunch and have a nice buffet, grab some food. You do not. You get one meal. You get an entree and a dessert. And if you want anything else, you have to pay for it. Welcome to the new Carnival. The company that is just destroying their PR one day at a time. Tony said, Royal doesn't like to move anything back. Tell that to the inauguration date of Star. Star keeps moving forward. So Star added a bunch of earlier sailings to it, Tony. They added the 4 more come and check thing out sailings. So they're not gonna mess it up. It's too much money. Baseball, he said, the Pride is in Celebration Key from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. I don't understand that either. The Bahamas, especially Grand Bahama and Nassau, they're not that far away. I don't know why you would ever leave there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's ridiculous. That means you have to be back on the ship by noon. So you basically get to, I mean, it's probably plenty of time, to be completely honest. But 8 to, like, you're basically going to be out there from 8 to noon, maybe, max. That sucks. That's not fair. But look on the bright side. You can't really eat out there anyway or drink. So you have to come back on the ship anyway. That's hilarious. So Icon, first ship setting record, scored a perfect 100 on their CDC sanitation score. A lot of people thought these CDC things were going to go away because of the government layoffs. They're not. These CDC sanitation checks are still happening just as much as they were before. But the CDC was on the ship. This is the third inspection for Icon. It had a 96 on its first one in November of 2024, had a 97 in April, and now it has scored 100. Anything below an 85 is considered a failure. Scores above 85 just means that you're complying. And the higher you are in the 90s means you're doing a really good job. Generally speaking, Norwegian does really well on these. Norwegian has like 5 of the top 10 or 15 ships with scores like 96s, 97s. But Icon, first cruise ship to get a perfect 100 on this, which is pretty amazing, to be completely honest. Agreed, Tony. It makes no sense on the drink package, on the food, on the 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. All of that makes no sense. Once again, welcome to Carnival. Next bit of cruise news. NCL we haven't even started cruising out of Philly yet. They've decided to extend Norwegian Jewel in Philadelphia through 2027. I don't think that's a big surprise. I don't think it has anything to do really with anything. I think generally speaking, most cruise lines will assign a ship to a port for 2 years. So Jewel's going to be in Philly for 2 years. I don't know if Pearl's going to be back at the end of 27 like it is in 26. But Jewel will be here for 2 years. So if you're looking to cruise out of Philly, we're doing plenty of Philly videos on our channel. Come check them out on the Travels channel or the Cruises channel. I did Hotel Monaco this week on the Cruises channel. So we'll be doing a lot of more videos on Philly as the cruise terminal. We also have a Philly cruising site. It's called phillycruiseport.com, where you can check all that stuff out. So let's see what else. Jimmy C. watched Jewel docking in King's Wharf this morning on live cam. Never gets old. It doesn't. It's just docking. If you're on a cruise ship, being up early and sailing into a dock with a cup of coffee, just sitting there as the ship maneuvers in, I miss it. It's been too long. So spoiled. I'm so spoiled. It's been too long. I feel like I haven't cruised in forever. It's so weird. Hope, good morning. Hope you're having a great day. Steven said, are these inspectors still the same ones, or did they rearrange personnel and thereby having easier inspections? They're not having easier inspections. It's a standard inspection list. So there are a bunch of things that they have to go through. It's based on cleanliness of like the kitchens, the galley. There's things that have to be dated properly. It's a checklist. So it's very, very specific. There's no like, in any of those fields, when you have the CDC involved, the FDA, all of those things, it's very, very processed out. There's not a whole lot of room for like, this feels good to me. It's very much checks and balances and a checklist of things that have to be done. So it's not easier inspections right now. You should see some of the other ships. Definitely not easier. A lot of ships are not doing well. Symphony didn't do well in its last inspection, did really poorly, which shocked me. But so drug mules were arrested on a cruise line this week after illegally smuggling drugs on board with the intent to sell them ashore in Bermuda. They were detained by the cruise line. They seized one package of carfentanil, which is not great, vape pens, and THC gummies. Carfentanil is 100 times stronger than fentanyl, which is already insane. It was originally used to sedate large animals like elephants. Even tiny pinhead amounts can be deadly. Seizure may have prevented a potential tragedy. Bermuda police say their court filing is being prepared and the charges for the group are expected to follow. They have a zero-tolerance drug policy as they strictly comply with all applicable laws and regulations. Does anybody want to guess what cruise line that took place on? Anyone? It was Carnival. It was Carnival. I know. I try my best not to talk about them. It was on Carnival. Tony said, I'm dying here. No cruises until October. Tony, I feel you. I don't know when I'm cruising again. It's all going to be, and I'm actively losing money. So I've canceled cruises. So I'm losing all the money. They were all in past final payment, and insurance doesn't cover your dog being hurt. Good to know. So yeah, same. I'm with you. What ship? Carnival. Exactly. Tony C is shocked. Yep. So shocking. So shocking. Thought this was interesting. Brilliant Lady has entered dry dock prior to its maiden voyage. Virgin Voyage's newest cruise ship, the Brilliant Lady, is getting ready to welcome its first guests. It underwent a dry dock in Fincantieri in Italy as it prepares for the first cruise. It's getting its final touches ahead of its inaugural, a 5-night voyage to Bermuda. It will be a sailing round trip from the Big Apple just for a month and then moving around. It's doing a lot of maidens. It's moving all around the place. And it's been pushed back so many times. Let's talk about pushing things back. This has been pushed back 2.5 years laid up in different ports. 2025, finally pushed back enough, and they're finishing up, and hopefully it will be ready to go. So this has a slightly modified design from all of the other Virgin ships. It's almost identical. It has a new Spanish-inspired restaurant called Rojo, which is the razzle-dazzle space. And it's going to have like slightly different entertainment. But for the most part, pretty much the same ship as all of the other Virgin ships. Friendly said, how's Peanut? So we talked about it in the beginning. She's doing well. Just trying to save her from herself. I'm going away for a quick weekend this weekend. So she's going to go to boarding and try to be careful there. We shall see. Hopefully everything goes well from that. Tony said, trying so hard to be nice to Carnival today and you're making it hard. Good luck. Good luck with that, Tony. Good luck. Good morning, Kathy and Tim. Hope you guys are doing really well down south. Hope it's not too hot down there. Baseball, he said, I feel like Brilliant Lady has been out of the shipyard for like a year. It's insane. It's been just sailing around to different spots. They've been trying to finish it up, fix it. I don't know. I have no idea. It's the same as all the other ships. So I don't know why it was that much of a challenge to get it done. It's very, very strange. I don't know. We were booked on Brilliant Lady in 23. That's how long ago. It's been kind of, I think April of, maybe September. April or September of 23. Here we are, July of 25. It's still not out yet. It's crazy. Kevin and Carrie Ann, good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything's good up there in Illinois. Fred and Lisa, I went Virgin Voyages in New York in 2027, but I know it won't be. You never know because it's coming there for a month, so they might come back. Never know what's going to happen there. We shall see. Leslie Trent, good morning. Leslie, thank you for watching my Princeton video this morning on the Travels channel. Appreciate that. Next up, Cabo San Lucas is breaking some records this year. It is on pace to break all records. They were really panicking about the new Mexico tax, which was supposed to be $42, which thank God it's $5 right now. But they broke their record for this year. They're thinking they're going to break their record again next year, getting close to 800,000 passengers there this year. It's really great. I hope that continues to go up. I haven't been out of California on a cruise in like 20 some years. I really need to do that at some point, but we shall see. Michelle B said, I feel like Virgin would do well in New York. I think so too. They just don't have enough inventory. So there's not enough ships. If they had 10 ships, probably they would station one up there for more time. But right now, this will be their fourth, and there's just such a big demand in Florida, especially for solos and adults. So for the most part, they'll be there. But they're going to wander around. They're going to grow. Hopefully, they keep growing. It's good to have competition out there. I think MSC is doing wonders for giving people another line to try out and do things on. So hopefully they continue to grow as well. And hopefully we get some kind of ship in Brooklyn, back in Brooklyn. Who knows what's going on there. Another Carnival news. Carnival Dream is going to be leaving Galveston and going to New Orleans, which is really interesting. Galveston really building up and getting a lot of larger ships. Obviously, Dream a little bit of an older ship, so it is going to be heading up that direction out of Galveston over to NOLA. New Orleans, another really big kind of growing cruise port. I hate that port. Port is not fun to come in and out of. It is not very well organized. A little bit of a mess, but they get some good ships there. Bruce said, good morning, John. My son is heading to Peddler's Village today. How's the weather? It is just like gloomy and humid. It doesn't call for rain, but it's a little gross. I'll say that. Just humid and cloudy. This is not like full sun, so they should have a great time in Peddler's Village. I did a video on Peddler's Village on my travels channel. Check it out. So yeah, that is it. That's the cruise news for today. Not a ton of cruise news. AJ and I are going to do a deep dive into this Amy Bradley thing that was on Netflix. We're going to talk about it. I'm a little hesitant to talk about it because the family, obviously the whole family's still alive and it's a touchy subject, but we're going to talk about the documentary and some of the facts. It's really, really interesting. So we're going to go through a lot of that this week. We might do like a fun podcast or a video on that. Tony said, Carnival, party ship, New Orleans, party town. What can go wrong? I'm telling you, when we went out of New Orleans on NCL, the crowd on the ship was fine. I don't remember it being any too wild. But, man, it's hard to sleep in New Orleans the night before. Man, a lot of hoodats. You ain't kidding. A lot of hoodats. Also, there was a crewmate, really crazy story on Icon this week about, I'm not going to get too deep into it because all the facts aren't out yet. Sounds like one of the crew members stabbed his girlfriend or another crew member and then jumped off the ship. That's not great. Not great at all. Baseball, he said Mardi Gras should do a special 9-night Western Caribbean New Orleans for Mardi Gras. I don't know why they don't do this. It seems like the easiest branding ever. That ship is basically built for New Orleans. So you would think they would do that every year. They would just send Mardi Gras to New Orleans for Mardi Gras. Nope, they don't. Fred and Lisa said, I didn't know you did a Peddler's Village. Peddler's Village. I'm going to watch. We're going for Christmas, our first getaway vacation. We'll watch after this. Thanks. Of course. Yeah. Peddler's Village is awesome. So if you haven't been there, go check it out. It's in Lahaska, Pennsylvania. It is not too far from us. It's about 35 minutes from where I live. It's a really fun place. There's lots of restaurants, lots of shops. It's very walkable if you just want a fun place. They do a lot of great like festivals. So they have like a lot of great Christmas stuff. They have a lot of great like fall. I think fall is probably the best time to go there. They do like a pumpkin festival, scarecrow festival. I think during the summer they do peaches and strawberries, but it's really great. I'll do another video too. We haven't done a video on that in a long time. So hopefully it pops up for you there. If not, I'll do another one. So that is our cruise news for today. Hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll be back on Wednesday. This Wednesday, we are going to have, we're going to start having our other travel agents on just so everybody gets to meet them for like the first 15, 20 minutes. Do a little intro into people. So you're going to get to meet, I think, Hope this week, who's on the live here today, who's in the audience. So she'll be on today. Bruce said they're doing sand sculptures there today and Santa Claus. So for Christmas in July. That's awesome. So fun. So Hope will be on this week. And then we are going to have Ilana from Lifewell Cruised on soon in the next couple weeks. we're going to have Eat Sleep Cruise on, and then a bunch of other people as we keep this thing going of trying to get people scheduled on the live stream. And we'll do some more fun little contests on the live stream. That's it. I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday. Baseball, I hope your friend makes it to the cruise ship. It's going to be a wild ride. Charlie, enjoy the rest of your cruise. Black Broadway Lady, enjoy the rest of your cruise. We'll see everybody Wednesday. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.